Welcome to my channel, Garage Built Strongman, where I make videos so infrequently you'll think you're having sex with your wife. That doesn't sound very good, does it? It's okay. Been married 30 years, it doesn't matter. Today's video is real simple. I have set 4 goals for 2026. Aside from competing in a couple of competitions and provincials, nationals, maybe get another invite to Arnold's. I might do OSG this year. Who knows? But here's my goals. I call it the 300s. Let me bring you over here because I'm pretty sure you can't really see that from there. So here we are. There's the goals. You read that? Can you see it? All right. All right. That's as good as it's going to get. Let me see. Are we in the right spot? Yeah, we're still in the right spot. Okay. So the 3 goals were keg over bar, incline bench press, sandbag to shoulder, and an overhead press, which I'm probably going to shoot for a log. I did the overhead keg. I did the keg over bar already because for Arnold's, we were already doing a 275-pound keg. So I just loaded the keg up more. The keg, adding the weight to the keg was harder than actually doing the lift. The lift went very well, and I will insert it somewhere about here. Um, So I did the keg already, which was pretty easy. Don't get me wrong; I'm not taking it away. It's 300 pounds. The other three that I'm working on now is incline bench. I don't. I've done 365 in the past as a flat bench, and it doesn't translate as well to strongman. I find, and I think a lot of other guys find, you don't see a lot of strongmen really training a flat bench as hardcore. So the incline bench translates far better, I think, to my overhead and that sort of thing. The other one is sandbag to shoulder. Well, we do a lot of stone lifting and that sort of stuff. And sandbag to shoulder is often an event. Natural stone to shoulder is often an event, not quite to those weights, especially in the Masters 50 plus class. We're only looking, I think maybe the heaviest I might see is a 225-pound stone if I have any events, which currently I do not. And the last one is the one I'm working on today. It's my overhead press. Now, I plan to do it with a log, but currently I'm in a strength building phase with my coach, Taylor Woods, and she has me just building on foundation. So I'm not shooting for a PR today, but I'm going to go for a bunch of heavy singles, well, a couple of heavy doubles, and then we're going to drop to singles just to try and see where we're at. So let's do that because I've already talked long enough about the 300s. So guys, let me see, we got to count it out because I'm retarded, maybe autistic, maybe a little bipolar. So you got 135, 45, 55, 65, 165. The press is going to be a push press, not a static press. I am never going to static press 300 pounds, but I tried to do a static press up to about 190s, and that works out pretty well for me. I got a little better each week, and this is far away from my best lift, but I've already done my warm ups, and I'm kind of I'm on the like bottom third of my abilities. Like it's not a super heavy lift, but I'm going to do it about 4 times. What did I say? 135, 45, 55, 60. It's 165. Yeah, yeah. I remember like a goldfish. So that was ugly. Right. I like to keep it controlled as possible. A little extra stress. It's great. It's great. Let's go. All right. 185 on the bar. And we're going to go for 3. See if we can do them static for now. Day to day, it changes. there's a little bit of bounce in the body, but I mean it's far more static than a lot of things. I think that's probably where I'm going to stop with the static. I'm pretty close. I'm going to jump to 205 next. Okay. Let me take you a little tour around the gym. All right, we got a fucking mess over here. We got trap bar that I put away. We got the bicycle, not the bicycle, the assault bike. Yeah, well, that's pretty much it. Yeah. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. We're gonna move on. Wait. Okay, I got 205 on the bar. I gotta set this up different. 205 on the bar. I don't know. You think I could static it just once? I don't think I can. Oh nope! And I screwed it all up. Threw myself off balance. That's okay. I got to throw my wrist wraps on. I'm having trouble with my thumb. It's arthritis or something. It hurts like a motherfucker. All right, let's give this. These poor wrist wraps have seen better days. I've been using them for about 4 years. So the elasticity is not quite what it was. I didn't get that right. So there, that's more gooder ish, sorta, kinda. They're not super long like some of the guys use. So we've determined a static press isn't going to happen. So we're just making a push press. It's funny. I'm actually better with the log than the straight bar. That's weird. I'm working on a thing called waves, and that's where we're doing sets of 3. So I would start. So last week started at 205 through 4. Then we dropped to 215 for 3, 225 for 2. And then the next wave started at 220, 215 for 4, and then 225 for 3, and then 235. And then after that, it was singles, a couple of singles. I ended up at 245. So we're not making massive jumps. I'm not trying to make huge progress in a short period of time. We're just bits and pieces at a time to improve. I don't know, if you're new to my channel, I don't have a lot of subscribers, so there might be a few people. I have torn both my triceps. The right one I hyperextended and had like a 6 mil tear. The whole arm went purple. It was fantastic. The left one I popped a tendon doing a log press, and so it wasn't as bad to look at. But what that did is it took a lot of power out of my arms for me. So I've been working on replacing that by doing my overhead, my incline benching, my push-ups, my tricep extensions, everything I can to build that strength and endurance back up in my triceps. And I feel more confident in them. At one time, I was hitting a 280 log. I am far and away not there now, but we're working on things. So I'm going to start this. I have 3 sets of 2 and then 3 sets of 1, shooting for kind of a max, I think. So this is 220. So this is going to be for 2. All right. All right. It's 230. 230. 230. All right. It's time for belt and sleeves. There was a time that I would not train with all this stuff. I would go as hard and heavy as possible, not using as much equipment. That way, when I went to competition, I had them as support, and I felt more prepared for it. But I turned 51 this year, and I definitely feel like I need every little bit I can get some days. And today definitely feels like one of those days where I need that extra little bit to help me because I just not feeling as strong as I'd like to. All right, 250 pounds. I generally have an easier time with the logs than the straight bar. I have noticed that recently. It's a neutral grip, maybe. I don't know. We're gonna press this. This will be good. Just a single. Well, that bar pass felt ugly, but hey, 250 is 250. Okay, I'm pretty sure this is 260. Who fucking knows? I've never weighed the weights. They could be so far out. This might be 250. All right, let's pretend this isn't heavy. It's not heavy, right? Any 120 class competitor is doing this for reps. I'm not that guy. Failed that vision. We're gonna try again. All right, take two. Let's get this. A little bit more. Oh, that was too much now. Ooh. All right, I watched the last video. Uh, two attempts at 260. I can do it, obviously. Uh, Sometimes you just got to have the right mindset. So after looking at the video, instead of making a jump to 270, I just went to 265. Um, just play it smart. I want to get my lifts in. I want to lift as much as I can, and I don't want to fail any lifts. It's always a goal to not fail. Leave just a little bit of room for next week if I get stronger. I don't know if next week or the week after is the deload. I feel like next week's the deload because that'll put us about a month or so out from my first event. Well, my first qualifying event. So uh, I'm gonna say that this is probably the deload. But what's gonna happen is then we're gonna start into the actual event training. So that'll be log, duck carry to single step, descending deadlift, deficit deadlift. Sorry about that. I got a fire hydrant carry, so I went out and dragged myself out and bought a fire hydrant. So that might be something you guys might want to see because it's pretty awkward to pick up. And then the last one is a sandbag toss for distance. So I don't know if it's going to be over the back or like over the front or exactly what, but I'm expecting that that's the way we're going to go into a deload next week. So let's get 165 up. Mm, yeah, that's yeah, that's good. Mm, oh, oh yeah. Oh, that's a shit. Oh, Woo! And for safety's sake, that's it. I'm not going to push myself again. I felt that a little bit. Okay, well, we're good for 260. It's in there. Today could be an off day too. Not every day is going to be spectacular. You're not going to be smashing PRs every time you go out. Keep it reasonable, keep it smart, and you'll have a long, long career of lifting. Not saying you'll never get hurt, but again, train smart. So that's it for today. If you guys like this video, I'm going to try and get out some more content a little more often. Maybe. I don't know. Depends on how ambitious I am. Anyway, thanks for checking out the video. Hope to see you guys back.